Hi, my name is Jacob Hopkins. I'm one of the co-founders here at Thai Yoga Strength. With over 15 years of experience, we work in a therapeutic first environment. That's the way we treat all our clients. That's the way we educate with our students. And today we're going to take a little bit of look, do some reaction to some traditional Thai body work from some different practitioners. Today we've got Kam Thye Chow. He is the founder of Lotus Palm. He's kind of an OG in the work. One of the core students when Pichest Boonethume in Chiang Mai, or technically right outside of Chiang Mai, kind of had this nice little group of students he taught. They kind of became, his little posse. They went out into the world, and this really kind of the boom of traditional Thai body work. So let's see what he's got to say. I'm sure it's probably pretty good. Not dressed for the part. I love it though. That's very classic, real Thai in a lot of ways. Uh, we normally, moment of silence. Yes, we often wear the Thai fisherman pants. It's just kind of what people expect to see. So, but there's some practitioners in Thailand be dressed just like this, and that's when you know you're about to get some really good work. Mm-hmm. One thing to notice right off the bat is that nice line of his back. It's all sinking from his core. He's not pushing, he's leaning, he's letting gravity do the work. You can see he's kind of got that stance to make sure that he's nice and balanced, but can just lean over. And then he's using that right leg so that his client has something to lean against. It doesn't feel like it's crushing him. I mean, no surprise. This is perfect. Yeah, this just feels really nice. You do have to be careful with the collarbones here, the one he's got his hands over, but he knows what he's doing. So I like what he's done here better than his first move. It can feel he knows this person he's working on. He knows what he can do, what he can get away with. If you have a tighter client, that grab can feel like it's pulling skin. It's a little uncomfortable. Also, less flexible people, even myself included, I'm gonna kind of tilt over as soon as you start twisting me. So you notice here now he's taking his right leg and he's kind of pinned so that when he twists, he's not coming up. And then now he's got this like pushing motion. It's not so much a grab and pull, it's pushing. Uh, Once again, though, he's using his own body mechanics. He's not using his arms. And look, not going too far either. He's taking it easy. He feels that resistance and he stops. Ah, yeah. That just adds a little something to it. A little more pointed. Ooh, now we're going to roll it out. Yeah, look at this. Sinking from his core. Classic little choppy hand, some potement there. Oh, oh, look at that. Now, obviously, you want to make sure your client is flexible enough to receive that. But, oof. I always try to have my students avoid any kind of like squeezy thumb motions just because easy to wear out your hands, especially a lot of these people are still doing table work. They're not doing just uh, Thai body work. So preserve thumbs at all cost. Just feels good. Mm-hmm. Boom. So one thing that Cam does here that you'll see a lot of like online presence, influencers, for lack of a better term. I don't want to downplay them, but they'll have bent legs and then they'll pull their client back. That's just, it's not the best way. What you saw Cam do here is he gets in position, he gets his client ready, and then he locks his knees out. Much safer for you as a practitioner, much safer for your client if you have done the setup properly, which he obviously has done. You can see that crazy arch that his client has. This is great. This is good. It looks very extreme. It is, but it's so much safer than you've still got your knees bent and you're pulling your client over. Just let the legs do the work. Boom. You've got big leg muscles. This is how you do this move. Look how relaxed Cam is. Just very relaxed. I do this when it can feel awkward sometimes. Cam just makes it look super easy. It's ridiculous. Yep. They couldn't really grab it there, but his leg is just off of the spine. Oh. Okay. So silky smooth. Look at that. He just drops his hands. He's not even holding them anymore. That just, it's kind of a little bit of a flex here to show you, like, if you've done this right, he's not holding the client up with his strength. That guy's really flexible, at least compared to me. Yeah, look at that. Once again, not on the spine. He's right off the side of the spine. Oh, yeah, this is good. I normally do this with the client still seated with their legs crossed. But I like this with their legs straight. Once again, not everybody can do it, but see how he's got the leg, he's got the pin so he's not coming off. Mm-hmm. So, feet are in the either side of the spine, toes flex back. It's okay. It's not my favorite. Yeah. He's just gonna pull him down and readjust. I mean, sometimes that's what you do in a session. You know, you're just like, hey, I'm just gonna move you. Don't worry. Hmm. Lots of good things to say about this. So you can see the way he's got the leg bent, pulled over, but he's also resting it on top of his left leg. This position, where I always call it when you're posted up like this, gives you as the practitioner a very stable base. You can easily sink over. You're not going to lose control. You're not going to fall on your client. And then also his back leg is the post leg, the right leg, is up against his client's leg. That helps keep his client in position a little bit, so that leg's just not going all over. So the stretch can actually do what the stretch is supposed to do. Also, two hands contact. It just feels secure for your client. Yeah. I love that. Just uses his knee to bend the client's knees. There's no need to ask your client to do that. You can just, a little reminder, like, hey, we're going to bend the knee. Client immediately knew what he needed to do. Even first time people receiving, they get that cue. It's a good hip opener. Mm-hmm. Wow. Okay. I've never done that particular combo. I do both of those moves. I've never done it in that particular sequence. I really enjoyed what he did there. So he did the hip opener, pushed him back open. Then he slides his foot and he catches some of those glute muscles and he folds the leg back over so that that foot is putting pressure in the glute. It's a really good stretch. Gravity does the work. Can be really intense. Anybody with tight glutes, this is a great one. And what a smooth, slick transition. Classic. Just let it sit for a minute. He's feeling to see if there's any changes, any opening. What we would call opening. It's basically the muscles relaxing. You're getting that stretch. Mm-hmm. And he, look, oh. See, I don't even think that's maybe. I could be wrong because I don't actually personally know Cam. Cam has since passed, but it almost seemed like he went for the traditional put it in your hip and then just thought, no, that's not working the way he wants it to work. So on the fly, he makes a decision to use his knee as an extra bit of contact. So when he leans into this stretch, the knee helps push it open. I think it's just probably due to this guy's flexibility. But that felt very much like he's coming up with that on the fly, and that would not surprise me. Really, truly, the essence of doing this work in the style of Pichest, who Cam learned from. I was fortunate to also learn from. Very cool to see. Yes. Very traditional way of working this is not to have that foot locked. This is a very, I don't know, Pichette always worked in this kind of way. I like it better too, is to lock it. Feels more secure. These are very classic, very traditional. Yep. I mean, just look how relaxed he looks while doing all this. This is great stuff. Mm-hmm. Left leg went over the other leg. That helps pin him down so that that leg's not going anywhere. He's not sliding around the mat. He's not pulling. He's leaning back. Oh, yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Ooh, intense. Uh, don't necessarily recommend that for somebody early in their career. Cam knows how much he can and can do. He can feel that. It's good stuff, but yeah, save that till you feel very confident in your balance. Mm-hmm. Yep, little motion, grease that joint, as they say. You can even just see how much movement is in that. All right, that was, I mean, that's just some good work. I'm not surprised. I never got to meet Cam. I know of Cam. I know people who were fortunate to know him and to learn from him. So I'm not surprised, especially being a disciple of Pichette. I'm not surprised that that was amazing. If you were to want to look at some videos to kind of get an idea of how you should look while performing, or maybe you're a client and you want to make sure that your therapist knows what they're doing. If it looks anything like that, you're in good hands. From my understanding, Lotus Palm has now transitioned to Cam's like number one disciple. So I'm sure he made sure. I believe she is top notch. So I believe they're located in Canada. I need to check that out and also take a trip up there myself to go learn. But excellent stuff. I'd love to see more of this. I mean, it looked cool. It isn't as flashy as some of the things you might see on social media nowadays. But as far as like quality work, That's what it should look like.